Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Hey, you paying attention?
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
All right, because I closed it on accident.
I know, I see that.
So hey, we got started late. Hey, welcome everyone to Streaming Matters. Got me and Aubin over here. We're gonna try to run through Black Friday, and before long, they'll change that name. They'll change that before long. A2U, we got him in this channel. So he'll. I don't know if you see where I was calling out to everybody.
Yeah, I saw you calling out to everyone already. I just want to say what's up to everybody out there. This way we could get along with the show, and this way everyone can go back to their shopping deals when the show is over.
That's right. Yep. Make sure to get them deals, because we're going to talk about a little bit of that today. So, got a bunch of people. Jose was first here at 3:30 as soon as I created the show. Mm-hmm. So, hey, thanks for joining us. Steve and Monkey28. Roger's hanging with us. Red made it. So he'll. Mr. E. Sandy. Yeah, we got Theodore. Yeah, I think Theodore ended up leaving before the show started because he was here before. Okay. Canut Gal, Mandy, Trevor, thanks for hanging out with us. Skulls made it. All right, he's jumped in here. Santos. Jim. So yeah, a few people jumped in here late or towards the end. What's up, Andrew? If anybody would like a link to the channel, you can, or to the show. If you got some topics, some great items that you found for Black Friday, or that you think that you want to get for Black Friday, jump on the show. You can get the link from Aubin. You guys can find me.
Set me up in the Telegram.
Did you do any shopping today, Aubin?
Just early this morning, I bought a Usenet. I've been waiting for a good deal on some drives. But I feel like I'm an old man that, I'm like, oh, this isn't a deal. It
That ain't
happens
how
when we
it
get
was
older.
in my day.
It was
In my
right.
day,
That's exactly what I'm saying. This wasn't a deal.
Back in my day, I could get that for $150. Now you're asking how much?
I think let's go to the airport and get that for free.
Oh, geez. Well, not everyone has the airport.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you didn't buy nothing, or
really? No. I'm gonna wait till and see what we come up with here today. If something really sounds good, I'll grab it. But like I said, I did buy that that news group one there. The Eweka.
Eweka.
Yeah. I figured it was from the Netherlands, so it had to be good,
Yeah.
So and it was. I felt it was.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We'll talk about that when we get to that, because we're going to talk about news groups. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I mean, there's a lot of special people got shows that are on about Black Fridays, this and that. But I tried to tailor make the topics we're going to talk about are stuff that's going to impact us. That's going to be items that I care about or you care about, or the other viewers I think that watch this show. They're like, hey, what's a good deal right now? Because there are some good deals for some things, and you probably don't want to wait on some of these deals.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see. Let me go. I'm gonna grab. Let me share my screen here, and we'll go ahead and we'll talk about what's the first one I had on there?
On the deals.
Premiumize?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Premiumize.
Yeah, I think it's Premiumize. So, oh, damn it! If I can share my screen here, you guys. Sorry, we're professionals here.
Very, very much professionals.
We're professionals over here. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. We're just old as hell.
I can't remember what I was doing.
We don't remember what we were doing.
That's right. All right, so this is the first deal I was going to mention, because again, for people in our hobby, there's a lot of options that you may want to check out, and this is one option. It's a service that people complain all the time about. My stream buffers, or all of my high quality stuff is always stuttering, or I can't ever get any links. This is the type of service you're going to want to have. Everyone always talks about Real to Brid or RD, right? I mean, everybody always talks about RD. This is premiumized, on sale for almost the price you'd be paying for Real to Brid if you had bought it for a two-year period. It's a little bit more, but it also offers more things. Now, do you have a premiumized account?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So it can be used just like Real to Brid. I actually can. It actually has a news group, a Usenet option on that. It's not the best, to be honest. It works. If you hook it to a server and you're trying to pull a lot of files, you can run into an issue because of the amount of space that they give you, or the amount of Premiumize gives you, 1,000 gigs. But if you're going to use it like you would Real to Brid, it's great. I highly suggest it. I have it. How long have you had it, Alvin?
2 years, maybe now. Is it 2 years or going on 3? I don't remember. But you know what it is? I don't remember with any of these anymore, because when I sign up for them, it's just like they automatically, bang me, so I don't have to remember anymore.
Yeah.
So they can bang me, and I don't have to worry about my my connection going down.
Yeah. You saw where now, have you ever used their cloud storage? Because they do have a cloud storage. It's a terabyte that you can store items on there so they don't get removed. Because sometimes with Real to Brid, if you use a torrent, it'll go there and it's gone. It will store up to a terabyte. You can store more if you pay for the extra packages. But the VPN service, I tried the VPN service. I found the VPN service to be pretty slow. If you're using it only to block your IP for surfing or for stuff like that, I can see you using that VPN. But I wouldn't use it if I was a gamer or wanting high speed downloads, I found that the downloads were it's kind of not as good.
Yeah.
So 619 says he's had it for over a year. Red says he just renewed it.
Yeah. What's up, Red? Happy gobble gobble, man.
Look at Canuck likes the auto bang feature. That must be the auto.
It's my auto bang feature.
Yeah. I think it works. I was just my brain. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Wipe it back. Get it back. So yeah, I use it all the time. I use it because sometimes you'll find real debrid is kind of. Have you ever had disconnections? Like if you downloaded big files from real debrid and where it fails?
No, you know why? It's like I don't notice it anymore because all I'm in Plex world. So drink up, everyone. I'm in Plex world, and I don't stream anything really anymore. I'm just set it and forget it, and I open my eyes and it's in my Plex for me, and I don't have a care in the world. Except running out of hard drive space,
Yeah, and that's a problem that it gets into Plex users. But let's see. So 24 months. It was 24 months. What was it? 109 US.
Yeah, 109
about 109.99 euro.
Yeah,
but definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it.
I would highly suggest it. The next item, and I'm not going to talk about this, is EMBY, which is, I believe, I thought it was a fork or off of like Plex, but I know someone's going to tell me it's another one. It isn't Plex; it's a fork off something else. But it's similar to Plex, and it's a lifetime for $99. So that's not too bad. I mean, I know that some people.
EMBY LifeTime, I feel bad because I haven't used EMBY yet. And people tell me, I should check it out. But I feel that I'm in such a Plex world right now that adding something else, I think my head will explode.
It's very similar. Now it does.
I know. I hear it's
features,
very similar.
But it had some extra features that I know that people talked about that they liked. But for if you're not a Plex user and you're looking to get a subscription to something else or a full version, EMBY would be it. Now you can do a month, $5 for the month, but one of the things I like about Plex with me using it at paying for the Plus years ago is I get the Android for free, the Android version where doesn't that cost you?
Yeah, it costs you
cost
like $5 or something like that.
Yeah, for Plex for your phone.
It's really because of the music. I don't think it's an issue for watching movies or TV shows. If you have a user on there, they can watch movies or TV, but they can't do the music, your music.
Oh, yeah. 619 says EMBY is an open source version of Plex, so kind of a fork of it, but it went paid. Yes, it is a paid thing. And Jellyfin, that was the other one. There was another one that I know Mid uses, which is completely free. Jellyfin, which is, again, what that is it's a collection of your media. If you have a computer with hard drives and you have certain content media or audio or video files, it can categorize it and it'll allow you to watch it on other devices. And if you get with like Plex, we know. So EMBY's on sale. And then I was going to mention your boy Plex is on sale for lifetime.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
And again, I think that 619 said lifetime does not mean lifetime. They can get away from if they change companies or they go close up. Or there is reasons that they can find loopholes. Most companies, if you pay for a lifetime, most times will be lifetime. I've had Plex, the paid version. I mean, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, it was when it first started, and it went paid, and I think I paid $50 for a lifetime. And when I quit using it for a long time, and when I came back, I was like, oh shit! And then I was like, it was asking me for $5 for my phone. That's what it was. I'm like, what the hell? And so then I'm like, and it says log in. I was like, let me just take a chance. Click, and it said, oh yeah, you got an account.
Yep.
But Plex Pass, $90. That allows you to download on it. I know that it also, you can skip the intros on certain files, not all files, they've got to be, this is not always, this doesn't always happen. They can, but not always. Plex Amp, I tried that, and there were some things I didn't like about it, and I quit. I tried it when they first released. I don't remember. I installed it. I had my phone, and then it was like,
I like it.
I got pissed off and deleted it.
Do you have much music on your your own music to use? That's what.
I do. Yeah? I do have, but they're on my other hard drives that I haven't hooked up.
But it's still. Oh well, that's why maybe you weren't. Seeing your stuff.
But I like it. I like the intro songs playing, like when you're going through the TV series. I like that. You know when Plex does that.
Yeah.
When a song plays.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. Well, my next thing that I want to really mess with are the making up my own. What is that considered? The what do they call that? Like your own pre-roll. I've been seeing some pre-rolls out there that are really pretty neat, and I'm like, oh, I got to start messing with that, because they have some funny ones that are out there now.
You mean before this TV show or movie?
Before the movie, yeah.
You
can have a pre-roll, like they have. If you go on YouTube, you can find a bunch of them. People make up, and there are guys that even make up custom ones for you too. That you can pay for. Yeah, but they're pretty neat. To have playing in front of your stuff. Yeah, you got to check it out. It's like my next adventure while it's getting cold, and if I have some time in between of downloading stuff.
Yeah. DeBeach says he uses the skip intro all the time. I'm trying to think. I want to say that whenever I pull it up, it doesn't always skip the song. Because some TV shows really don't have an intro.
Right. But I'm talking about movies. So instead of you like playing the trailers, you can you can still have trailers, but you can also have like a screen come up of this is Auburn Plex, and enjoy the movies and shut up in the theater. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's pretty neat. Right. It's pretty neat to have. Yeah, you're going to have to check that out.
All right. So that's a good service that Auburn would suggest. And almost everyone I know has Plex that are hardcore guys. Because it does make it easy for friends and family if they install Plex. Another legit software that you can check out, and for 1 year, Hulu's going to be 99 cents a month. So basically $12 is what it's going to cost you. And you'll get 1 year of Hulu, but that is ad supported. It has it here. Ad supported, which means you're going to have your ads in there. And some people, that just drives them crazy. So $12, you get the ads, or $13 a month to have it not have the ads. So, I don't know what people think. I mean,
what are people thinking? You know what I mean?
But it's normally, I think, all right. So the regular price is $7, is what it's right, but it's on sale to just for the next couple days. So if you're a Hulu person, you may want to check that out. But it's $7 with the ads for. All right, so it's a no-brainer for me if it's $1 versus $13. Okay, I'll watch the damn ads if I'm only going to cost me $1 instead of $13. Now if I was paying $7 versus $13, if I was already paying, would I be willing to say, you know what, I'll pay the extra and don't get the ads? I mean, I know that I don't like ads, and I'm pretty sure you don't.
No, I don't like ads. No, unless I like my trailers. I do have to say, for me in Plex, because that's how I know. Oh, that looks pretty good. Because otherwise, who really spends time looking at trailers? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm watching so many movies that having being able to have the ability to watch 5 trailers that are either already on my server or coming out is great, because then I know what to grab that I haven't grabbed yet if I didn't, and what I might want to watch.
Yeah, it's good to have up. Let's see. Octavia complains that when Premiumize, she would do Premiumize if they didn't lock down her card on auto. I don't remember. I can't remember if mine's on auto.
Yeah,
sometimes I'll use a certain card.
Yeah.
For that, I use one little card that's for that type of stuff, so I can not authorize it all the time.
Right.
But that's good. Cody is a fork of, well, what it is Cody XBMC, and then Cody went its direction, and Plex went its direction, and then they all kind of branched off like a tree, and do their own things. That's why each of those apps, there's similarities, but there's differences. Let's see. Roger says the program Telly that he uses for IPTV and Plex, if you set a DVR program, lets me select an option that will let you skip.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that nice Telly had that. Yeah.
That'd be nice to be able to skip that if you've DVR'd stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that does it. Yeah. Telly does that, and so does the other one there also. But yeah, that there is an option for that. But I just don't know how well they work. I haven't used it.
Hey, so commercials, it's weird, like when I have to actually see a commercial. But usually I only see commercials when I'm watching sports. That's the only time I think I can. I have.
And I can't even take it then, because it's funny. Like if I'm watching UFC, I won't watch a channel that's gonna be showing the other stuff that like ESPN stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'd rather not. I'd rather sit there and see everyone twiddling their thumbs around.
Yeah, all right. So what happened? You're right, because what happens is some people may not have seen this all, but I was just thinking that's what happens during a pay-per-view. It's usually a pay-per-view or a big fight. They'll have the feed that ESPN, BT Sports 2, all the main networks will have a broadcast of it. And like Albin says, what happens is like at the in between the fights, they go to ads, and you see an ad after ad, or you see. But what happens is if you get those certain feeds that's on subscriptions, certain feeds are the arena, or it's like the camera just changes to where you're like as if you were sitting in the audience. And like you're right, Alvin. I like that when I'm watching.
I like that much better. Yeah, because
ads.
you get to hear stuff that you normally wouldn't. And sometimes it's important. It's not like the broadcasters are going to go back and say, "Oh, well, he said to him that he should kick him in the shin." Yeah,
it's good. If you guys if you have a subscription for live TV and you're watching an MMA fight, there's always it's not labeled. It won't be labeled anything. You just got to click it and you can tell because there's no ads, and you don't want to go through BT Sports or some network. No, you're not going to go. It's just going to be a direct link. So Hulu, that was another thing. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked on what the next thing. So there's some subscriptions. If you guys are looking for things that are going to be streaming site things that we would use, all those things I would suggest, which was the EMBY, Premiumized, Plex, and Hulu. Don't get them all, but it's an option for you.
Right.
Let's see here. We had the
Usenet.
service Usenet, and let's see and pull this up. I posted link this in here and what this is Reddit. It's a Reddit link that's going to give you information about news groups. It's going to give you information about Usenet, the index sites, all those kind of things. It has links to or how much you're saving from any of them. So the indexers, basically that's a a torrent site. If I'm trying to, it'll tell you where the files are. It's like just an indexer. It's a listing, like a phone book, I guess would be a good way to put those. Indexers like a phone book, right?
I would say yes, but I'm really not the person to ask on that.
Yeah.
It works for me. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you've really to get an NCB to get a link, you need an indexer. So again, I linked this in the show details. You guys can look in there and you can see the specials, and that basically will find where the files are. Now, then you have to have a Usenet, which actually gets the file for you. And there's different ones on that. I know that I posted a couple of them, but we had, let me see, which is my first one here. The Eweka, which was $3 a month. So Eweka, let me pop that up. So on this link, what this does is it actually gets the files. And if you look up Usenet, you can do up the videos on it and you can understand how this works. But
that's the one
normally you can see it's normally 10 pounds or 10 euros a month. And it's on sale for €3 a month. And this can get you the files. And what sometimes people I've been told there's two different networks or two backbones that these Usenets use. DMCA, I believe, is the pronunciation of the first one, and the other one was. And hold on a second. All right, so so some of them are DMAC, and then some of them are NTD. So, what did you say, Eweka or Eweka?
Eweka. Yeah, Eweka. Eweka, I guess it is.
Yeah, I guess.
Eweka.
It's $3, and so it's running off the NTD backbone, and then because that's running off the actually NL.
Yeah,
I thought there were two, so there's three. So you can run under. Oh, there it is, NTD. So you can run it under NTD, and then you have EasyNews.
Yeah, I have EasyNews also. And I have
EasyNews
and EasyNews and Newshosting. I have also.
Yep. So, and I've got each of these links are down below. You click it. And it also gave you $6 a month, but it gives you 15 months at that locked-in price.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a thing.
Yeah,
I've used EasyNews. One of the good things about EasyNews is some add-ons like I think Fen. Sarin, and maybe Venom, and anything that runs off of the Shadow can run EasyNews off of. So you can run torrents, Real to Grid, or Premiumize, and you can also run EasyNews. So, and it's another one. I didn't look up FERC. Remember when they used to talk about FERC?
Yeah, FERC. Yeah.
That's another one I didn't look up. I wonder if it's on sale today. But the link is down there. Guys, check that. Go there, check it out. If you're into news groups and Usenet, you'll understand how if it's a good deal. But I have subscriptions to one of them. FireTv Cubes. Oh, the Cube. Oh, it's out of stock. Oh, look out! But I would go ahead and post that you want to add it to one of your lists. And what it'll do is it'll pop up. It'll say it's back in stock. They'll probably be back, but they were $70 or $80, $80 for the Cube. So if you don't want to buy a Shield, I would highly suggest the FireTv, the Cube. It's for over the Shield tube. That's on sale for $129. I wouldn't buy the.
Does a Cube have an Ethernet port though?
Yeah.
It does,
has
right?
It does. It has.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
The tube?
It has that. Yes, I think that I'm pretty sure it does too. Pretty sure.
The tube does. Okay.
I think so. But if you're looking FireCube, what was that? $80. So good deal on that. And the Fire Sticks. I just linked to one of these. but you can click on it when you go to when you click it. You can look at them, but they start at $17. Look at they're out of stock. Out of stock on that
everything
already.
Everything
Holy
is.
Smokes! Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Gone.
It wasn't gone earlier. Look at this one's out of stock. Out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. Holy smokes! That was there when I did the show notes an hour and a half ago. Well, skip that, y'all.
Yep. Wow.
They may bring it back. They may. Sometimes they'll like, oh, we found a missing shipment of it. A mesh unit. Didn't you say that you had a mesh unit? Were you talking about that?
Well, no. I have the Wi-Fi 6 that comes with the Verizon gigabit. It's Gigabit 2.0.
Yeah.
And,
I hear Mr. Gigabit 2.0.
Hey, man.
Us poor folks with just regular cable.
For $89 a month, and there's
ridiculous.
no TV for. But listen, it's
$89.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's cheap.
Gigabit,
I was paying more than that. I was paying more than that. I was paying about 300 or no, 100. I was paying 100 for 300 meg. So you're getting 1,000, right?
I'm getting 1,000. And sometimes a little over that. You can't beat that. Really, if you don't have any, if you're not using any cable service, can't beat that. I don't have to. I'm not getting any buffering on any of my crap. I'm happy. I
don't blame you. And but the thing, sometimes all right. So, what's the reason most people cut the cord? They cut the cord to save money, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to save money, so I'm gonna cut the cord, and then they're like, "Well, I'm gonna go buy the Generation 1 Fire Stick because I want to save my money." And then they're like, and then they complain, it buffers, it takes too long to load. Buffers. So this is an item, your home router system, your home router it's really important to get a good one because your Wi-Fi system can be crappy, and then you can think it's whatever you're streaming from, you can think it's its fault, or the device, you're gonna think it's that fault. Or so a good system, the Wi-Fi, the mesh systems are very popular. I pulled this one out, and this is one of the higher rated ones. And let me see, where did I pull the price? $360, which is on sale through Costco. But there are some cheaper ones. But if you've got bad Wi-Fi in your house, there's a lot of dead spots, or the internet, your internet company says you're getting 100, but you do a speed test at your device and you get 20. It could be your Wi-Fi system, and that happens. And people say, "Oh, it's the add-on or it's the links." No, it could be.
No,
bad stuff.
Speed tests, baby. People, have to understand. You got even if you run the speed test from your phone in there, you know what I mean. You'll see the speeds that you can really get.
And here's another deal that's gone. Here's another deal. They had a deal that was one of you could get the single one. It was $3.50.
Wow.
It was $3.50, and now it's gone. Wow. So another one. Well, they may come back, but it was $3.50. I was going to say, if you're going to do automation with the Amazon stuff, they're good to have these little plugs. Then you can plug anything into it. It will not turn on and turn off your TV. Well, just about all of them, because TVs are always plugged in, so they're always getting power. The only thing this can do is turn the power off or turn it on. So a light that's just a flip switch light, you can do that. Or, different devices. You can do it with your NVIDIA Shields and stuff, but your NVIDIA Shield can do it on its own. You could do it with an Android box, like a cheap one that didn't have Alexa in it. But, well, it was on sale. Now it's not. Look at all these things. I've $3.50, and I did that. It hasn't been 2 hours. Let's see. Costco has they still have it. They still have the hard drive, 5 terabytes. So this is not for your hardcore Albans, because this is going to be for your people that you want to have a small we call it a small library of stuff that you can take it from your computer and put it to to your streaming device. Or you might be able to use this. Now, this might be able to be available to work on the Xbox. You know how the Xboxes have their storage? You might be able to do that, but $90 for 5 terabytes, which back in my day.
Yep, I know. That's why I go for the biggest I can now. You know, because I remember the days of, you know, having, you know, a case of, you know, 5 1/4 floppies, you know, laying around, and then trying to do a backup, you know.
Oh, I missed that. Hey, I missed that comment where Canuck said that Christmas lights are a great one to have with those automated lights. I did that too. I haven't done a video on maxing out my Wi-Fi. To be honest, I can't say that I'm awesome at understanding 100% on how to get my Wi-Fi to work. I play around with it. There is some software that you can get on your phone that also will help. You can run the speed test from remotely. You can also run it from, like, if you have a computer hooked to it. You can also, there's some speed tests that you can run on your phone, and it'll give you some things that you suggest to change. I want to say that last one, it all sets up through my phone. The whole thing on the Wi-Fi. So, the Beach also says Best Buy has that 5 terabyte for that they have the Western Digital for $90.
Yeah.
This is Costco. It's the Seagate. I can't tell you which one of these is better than the other, but I can see this being useful. If you were not somebody, you can't be a video hoarder like some folks we know. That are also on this panel. So, but for the majority of people, this would be plenty big enough to store, you know, some of your family stuff on it. Or back in the day, what I used to do, and I know some people still do it, put their movies and stuff on a hard drive, and will take it with them if they go on the road.
Oh yeah.
And then that's what they plug into whatever their streaming device is. They plug it in as the storage, and now they don't have to. They don't need any Wi-Fi, nothing like that, and they can run it. So 5 terabyte will work for that situation, but not all situations. So we get into B&H has this on sale. Pull up, yeah. All right, so the B&H has the Western Digital 14 terabyte, $200.
Oh,
now,
okay. Where is that one? That one's
that's a
B&H.
B&H.
Okay.
B&H, $200 is going to $200 will get you $200 will get you 14 terabytes. They also, let's take a look at 16 terabyte. I think that was kind of, so $300 for a 16. They actually had it for here. I can actually get it. It was in stock. If you look at the 14 terabyte,
it's in stock. Okay,
it's out of stock. Back ordered.
It's out of stock. Oh, the 14. Nope. The 14 is out of stock.
16 terabyte, $300, which nowadays that's pretty good price. And I want to say all right, so 18 terabytes, you actually can get this price down to $299, I believe. $399, excuse me, it'd be $399 because you got to take $40 off that. So 18 terabytes for $299 or $299. What do you think about it? $300. $300, 18 terabytes.
$300 for 18. That's not bad, but I sometimes
that's
I'd rather I'd rather just go for the internal. Instead of the external drive, because then I can just throw those right and I have another NAS that I can throw those in.
Yeah, true. But again, if you're a minor league Plex hobbyist, a minor league Plex player could have a field day and enjoy themselves with 18 terabytes. To be honest, I mean, 18 terabytes. I've got a 14 terabyte, and I'm not even in. I think I collect a lot of stuff, and I'm not full.
And what makes it bad for me is because now it's like it's time to back up. You know what I mean? And I got to back everything up, and it's just like, oh man, I got to get more of these.
Roger has on here. He says Google has their mesh routers on sale. All the units give you the hello Google. Oh, okay, so yeah, you can. Okay, so you can do all the voice activated stuff. So yeah, the mesh. If you have a Wi-Fi setup, or if you're paying for it, most people pay for their router is through the cable company, right?
Right.
And
but those routers always aren't the best, you know.
No, that's exactly right. They're usually a router modem mix, right?
Yeah.
It'll be the combo unit, and the quality is not good. You're not going to get the best speed. So those mesh units, check into that. You'll have to get, and you can tell your cable company, I just want a modem, and usually it's the router that costs you money, not your modem.
Right.
Modem's free usually. What's up, smart streamers?
But the Wi-Fi 6 is a whole another level. I really have to say, you know, because even
you got Wi-Fi 6.
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi 6 in my new configuration here, and the speeds even on my phone are ridiculous. So think about that, guys. You know, check out Wi-Fi 6 before you you jump into anything, because that Wi-Fi 6 is so much faster than any of this other stuff.
Does your device doesn't the device has to support Wi-Fi?
Device has to support it, but it is faster because it's a new gen of Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? It's 9.6 gigabits, you know, compared to the 3.5 that you were getting on Wi-Fi 5. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's so much faster. It really is.
Well, and my prices are probably a little bit. And one of the other things about when I'm looking at some of these prices, some of the prices that I'm looking on this site are actually Canadian. So
I'm sorry, I have to laugh at you.
Because on this,
you must be so confused now, you know.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna go. Let me go to my American because. All right, hold on. I'm gonna look on. All right, so my other browser is on that. So let me click on. Let me see if they're out in the U.S. because maybe they're just out in Canada on some of those.
No, a lot of stuff is out here also.
All right, hold on a second. FireTv. See if it's All right. In the U.S., it's still available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was just Canada that was out of stock on those Fire devices. Because I had clicked on it during right before the show. So so disregard where I was saying that they were out of stock. That's only if you're in Canada they were out of stock. not if, because I'm looking at I
guess it's stopping the trucks at the border, huh?
America first. America first, man. Gonna take care of America before we go taking care of the rest of the world. Come on. Let's see. I'm pulling them up on this. Yeah. So it does my geolocation. So it gave me the Canadian, because I'm looking. I see the ships to Canada. So
okay.
If you're in the U.S., you can get any of those Fire devices. Great for stockings. Get the light stick is $18 or something. But you can get the 4K stick for $24 or $25. So why not get that if you're going to give it as a gift? Set it up. Give him Auburn's phone number. Tell him that he's tech support. We'll give him the beaches. Give him the beaches information.
Yeah, he likes setting those things up.
Yeah, he's helpful. Loves people.
Yeah, very, very helpful.
He's a people person.
He's a people person. Is right. I was just going to say that.
Yeah. So,
boy. He's gonna kill us.
Yeah. So I don't know what's let's see. Skulls is 18 terabytes, $300 at Western Digital. Yep, at Best Buy. Yep. Shields. The only shield on sale that I've seen is the tube shield, which, to be honest, is not worth the money to me.
Not to me.
I mean, some people may say it's great, but to me, if you're going to spend $130, you're 3/4 of the way to a full device.
Yep.
Yes, it's smaller. Yes, you can just set it behind the TV, but you can also, to any TV. Now, you could even set your shield behind the TV if you really wanted to. I mean, some people have done that.
Mount it, mount it to the back of the TV.
But why pay? So it's on sale for $20 off. I think it's $129 or something like that. Let me take a look. Because let's see. Let's take a look. Good old Vivaldi.
Yep. Hey, what's up there?
Have you figured out all the things you want for Christmas?
No, I don't think about Christmas like that anyhow. I don't know. Especially this year, because I feel bad for all the people that gonna want stuff and they're not gonna get anything because the stores are already empty as is, and if they haven't shopped for their kids, and then they're still gonna put out these damn commercials, and their kids are gonna be losing their minds, and their kids are gonna want this stuff.
No. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one on everybody. It's going to be a tough one, but I don't see the tube. I know the tube. If you look, I didn't pull a link for that, but that would $20 off. I want to say that I seen it. It was $139 or 100. But it'll be $129, so it was $130. Not worth it. Not worth it. A VPN vanisher. What's a VPN vanisher kind of program? I mean, I know there's plenty of VPN sales going on. I mean, there is so much of that going on. I think, do I have the banner for? I think I deleted it. The ad for the VPN. Yeah, it's gone.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
But all the VPNs are on sale damn near all the time. I mean, this one, that one, and they're because there's so much that I ain't got no chance for that. I don't. So, what was it? Restore privacy. I want to say it's restore privacy.
Restore privacy sounds familiar.
RestorePrivacy.com right here. Hold on a second. Because if you want to find out what VPNs are good, first of all, figure out which one you want. Don't just buy one because it's cheap. Because if it's cheap, it's probably not going to do well for you. There's that. Again, go to that website. They have a whole. Let me see if I can pull it up here. All right. Let's see. Is that Sharon over there? No. Hold on.
Nope.
No. So the question was about VPNs. I know that
there you go.
Somebody VPNs, but what I want to say about VPNs. All right, so Premiumize, I saw 619 says Premiumize does offer a VPN service, and yes, you can go through it and read their website. It does explain what you need to do to set up a VPN on it. Again, if you're going to use it to try to download or stream via that VPN, you may not be happy with it. I found it to be very sluggish and slow. Now, if you're wanting to just use it to hide your identity or your cookies on just browsing, it will work all right. And it's, again, if you pay for Premiumize, you get it for free. But if you happen to buy a VPN, you want to have fast speeds, all that kind of stuff, go to this website, restoreprivacy.com. They do a objective view of VPNs, and they will give you the pros and cons to each of the things. Like, let's go to ExpressVPN. And wasn't Express tied into that company that?
Yeah.
Cape Technologies.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So just for explanations, I wouldn't use Express, but because remember Cape and all their BS that they're doing. But what this website does, and I mean, it gives you the pros of this particular service and the cons to it. and things that you may think. So you can read through those, find out what's important to you, what's not important to you, and then figure out which one of those VPNs you want. Then go try to find a deal on it. They've constantly run deals on these things. I mean, the ones jumping on. I mean, I swear, IPVanish is always on sale. I mean, through one YouTuber or somebody, everybody's got it, so you can get that at any time. A lot of people like this Proton. They feel like it's safer and no logs and a lot of stuff like that. So again, pros and cons to it, and I bet you this is probably, well, this is $8 a month, which is, you know, a little bit of a higher cost than some of those other VPNs.
Right.
So let me see. Let me pull up another one. They used to have it in like a graph where you could see 5 or 6 of them together, but I guess they got too many.
Mine taking it down so many. People popped in and said, "Hey, I got a VPN."
Yeah, you need to add that to the list. Here's IPVanish. I think they aren't they tied in with Cape too?
Yep.
No.
Yep. Yeah, I thought they were.
I can't remember. Hold on. No, it doesn't look like it's owned by Cape. It's owned by somebody else.
Okay.
All right. So, but again, pros and cons. You know, to read up. Oh, there's the 5 eyes. So that would be why some people wouldn't use this one, because of the 5 eyes, which is people feel like it's a little bit. The government has long-reaching capabilities to be able to tell what you're doing, and if it's based in the 5 eyes, some people feel it's less secure, and all they're doing is gathering data on you. I don't know if I'm ready for 100% tin hat. Do I think that the government's gathering stuff on lots of people? Sure.
Of course.
I think more times than not, it's your browser or somebody trying to sell some shit to you, more than the government trying to get it. Now, the government still could. So, again, pros and cons. You read up, find out if it's important or not important, and find the price. What was the price on that? It was $5. So. Lots of stuff. So let me, I'll post this link to this website and you guys check it out. So you got a VPN, Mr. Alban?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. I got a couple. And the reason being is because with one of, not the indexers, but one of the other things that they give you, you know, a VPN. I'm trying to remember which one they gave me.
If they gave it to you, probably ain't no good.
Actually, it is pretty good, believe it or not. I'm just trying to remember the name of it. Yeah, but I had another one that I've been using that I had a lifetime deal with that always worked well for me. You know what I mean? And it worked with everything. It works with my Shield. It works with my phone. It worked with everything. And I'm like, oh, this is good enough for me. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't find myself, you know, through it any old way, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of them that offer them. So again, do some research. It kills me when I see somebody make a video or do an ad say, this is the perfect one for you.
This is the one, right?
It depends. It's the same car don't work for everybody. And you still got to check your
speeds. And you still got to check your speeds after you're running it.
And because sometimes a server gets too heavy, because what a VPN is you're just redirecting your traffic. So you're redirecting. I wouldn't be at this location. I wouldn't be at location A. I may be at location F. And it hides your computer, keeps malware off you, keeps track. You know, it's about keeping some anonymity to yourself, keeping, you know. But Canuck has on here, Proton has a sale 50% off. So let me so yeah, that's a real popular one. Again, it's a little bit more expensive. I see quite a few people use that. And Gut Street's right about one thing here, that with people are like, I'm hiding who I am, I'm protecting myself. You better have a VPN too. But what you're doing is you're trusting somebody else to make sure that they don't give your information. Because how many of times you see where they'll go to a VPN or the ISP if someone says, give us their logs, if it's, and that's 99.9% of the time, that's going to be somebody that's got some kind of legal issue.
Yeah.
So again, normal people would never have to worry about that, but having a VPN to cover who you are fits a lot of people. I mean, I have mine running most of the time, like in the back when I'm just piddling around. Now, if I'm using it to download, no, I'm not. I've got other options for that.
Yeah.
Yep. So we got Def says he's always getting cheap. Yeah. You got to be careful of this. Roger has a point. And sometimes, like I said about the tinfoil hat, and again, if you're a person that feels like you need to cover yourself, fine. I'm not a person there's certain times I'm concerned and certain times I'm not. Same people are worried about that. Same people that worry about the Five Eyes carry cell phones in their pockets, and they have microphone and video cameras on it. What movie was it? Was it the last James Bond where they turned people's cameras on? Wasn't it James Bond?
I don't think so.
Wait,
they did something stupid.
That girl gets beat up.
Yeah.
That girl gets beat up. Yeah. In the camera, they're just like, oh, turn on his phone, turn on her phone. Could that happen? Sure, it could.
Yep.
It could. So would it happen? Probably not. But I can't imagine. Can you imagine the government's able to hack into every single phone?
Listen, I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean?
No,
really.
They could.
They can. Yeah.
But would they? Think about it's so much to have to sort out.
Mm-hmm.
If they were gathering information on everybody. Now, if they targeted you, they're going to be able.
Yeah, they could get anything right. That's what I'm saying. If they're targeting you, it's just like how there was this thing on 60 Minutes about the guys there in what was it in Israel that created this whole system that they could get into pretty much anything that they want. Any phone, just like that. It's out there.
Yep. Yeah, they can get to you if they want. Yep. Let's see. Smart Streamers uses AVG on all of his devices, costs him less than $30 a year. Yeah, so there's options out there. Just read up and figure out what you need to do. They did it in Batman with microphones 10 years ago.
Yep.
It's and how many times when you install something, it asks you, "Can I use the camera?
The microphone?
Can I use the microphone?"
Yep.
And you just say, "Yeah." Remember my answer. I mean, that's what most people are going to do.
Yep.
So could someone, reverse engineer and write in here and turn it on? Yeah. So you have to get rid of your cell phones, folks.
Yep.
Hey, I posted the link in Streaming Matters room. Oh, there's I see Cody Apps. I posted it in my Telegram room. If you want the link, jump in. You see what he posted. He posted right before we went live.
Oh, okay. There's a lot going on in the room since we started.
Chatty Cathy's. I'm going to copy this. Yes. I will send this to... Auburn's supposed to be doing this because men can't be multitasking.
Multitasking.
All the,
well,
supposed to be handling all my business.
Don't. I only handle so much of your business. Okay.
Yeah. Hey. We know how the government cracked down on you when they went after your.
That's what I'm. That's why I'm. Careful about what I touch of yours.
Maybe there's another Auburn and they mixed you up with another Auburn.
Yeah. You'd be amazed how many Auburn's there are out there. Actually, there are a bunch of Auburn's out there. Believe it or not, But hey, I should be first because I'm the oldest one.
Yeah. Say, I am the oldest.
Yep.
Mark says he uses a modded version of ExpressVPN, came off of APK time on the Shield, and there are mods that you can get around the ads, and you can get it for free. So there is options. Again, if you want to look around there and find those options, they are available. Oh, one of those topics that you brought up when it just made me think of it is we were talking about full movies being on Telegram.
Yeah.
And actually, the Motion Picture Association, ACES, went after Telegram to get rid of those channels, because there's whole channels that have whole movies where you can just click it and watch the movie or download the movie right on a Telegram room. And the speed isn't great. They're not, you don't download super fast, but you're able to download it.
But you're able to get it,
using torrents.
Right.
But the Motion Picture Association went after Telegram, so Telegram is having to shut down these rooms. I know one room I was in that was like only 4K movies. Was all it was in there.
Yeah, I mean, like that.
But what we're finding is like on Telegram, it's like trying to kill cockroaches.
Yep.
In a way. But it's even worse. It is a little worse, because a cockroach, at least you hit it, and some others will grow up. What's happening with a lot of these is you're having that issue, but you're also having people just change the name. Change the name of the Telegram group. Now it's, instead of movies 4K, now it's movies at 2160 or something like that. That's how they're kind of getting what's happening with it. DJ, what's up?
Oops. Muted.
There you go.
You muted me.
I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm sorry. You were breathing in my ear, and I didn't want to get all flustery here.
Get a room after the show's over.
I'm gonna say, why is he muting me? I'm trying to unmute me to answer you, Todd, and it won't let me. I'm all right, as everybody else. Sorry, I'm late to the show.
No worries.
I've only been back about 20 minutes.
So, you didn't. We had Thanksgiving. Well, I did, and Auburn down in the States had.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't have Thanksgiving. So you had
no.
Black Friday. Did you go do something for today? Did you go shopping or? Just go to work?
I can't work because of ill health. So.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Todd. That's all right. People do forget. So it's. If I could, I would go. But it's unfortunately something I can't do. The only work I'm good at doing is, like you say, is Photoshop and that sort of stuff. Sitting at a computer desk nowadays.
Yep.
Hey, there's a job for everybody, man. There's a job.
Yeah.
So did you go shopping? Did you buy anything today? I didn't buy anything today. I probably should have, but there really wasn't anything on sale that I needed to buy for anything.
That's how I felt. There's nothing really.
I did look at something. Let me just get to a web page, and this is what I was looking at. Getting.
I know Blue was looking at some table saw benches and other tools now that she's wanting to go into doing all kinds of woodwork, and she has all these tools that she's wanting. I was like, you got to slow up.
You don't think she's going to chop you up in one of them machines?
She ain't but like this. This little thing. She a little thing. I'll be all right.
Hey, listen, they just knock you over the head once, and you wake up, you're laying in a bathtub,
all cut up.
Yeah,
little soprano or Scarface style.
Yeah, right. Them Canadian women are pretty wiry,
I'm ready now. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, share away, bud.
This is what I was looking at getting.
An Audi. It's gonna be an Audi.
No, it's not. It's not an Audi. Can you see that?
The Razer Chrome Core. A new computer.
It's not a computer. It's an external graphics card. That's it.
No way.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's just.
I see the graphics cards, but I was thinking that was just on the. I thought that like a mini PC.
That doesn't even have a graphics card in it. At that price.
Wait, that's just a fan then?
Wait a minute. Oh, an external graphics enclosure.
Card.
Yep.
Wow.
It's
how many
it's an
cards can you
external
put in
hard
there?
drive.
Sorry, I'd got Todd talking, then Auburn talking at the same time.
I'm sorry.
One.
I was just asking how many cards are in there.
You only can put one in it.
Okay.
It doesn't actually come with one. You have to supply that yourself. That's an extra. You buy separately.
And it's going to be a big extra.
Yeah. And like you say, it's got this is the main feature. I've got the old one. I've got the old version, but I've got none of this USB or Ethernet. I've got none of that on my old.
Well, why? Maybe I'm being dumb. Why do you need Ethernet on a graphics card? Wouldn't you just need your USBs?
I don't know.
Need the USBs.
I don't understand why they've put that on there. So
it looks like a USB-C.
That is your Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
That bottom, that's your Thunderbolt. That's your main connection to my iMac. So basically, it
goes to iMac. Okay.
Yeah, it goes for the iMac. A lot of people use them so you can actually play games on your iMac or your MacBook Pro. Any Apple product, it is, like you say, a little extra that you can actually play games on. Because as you know, most MacBooks have actually got onboard graphics, and they're not the best. You know what I mean? For playing games.
That's not where Apple works. They're more for the processor and how the system runs. It's more of a work unit, not a gaming unit.
Yeah. Well, I use this as an external graphics card to actually run my other monitor, because then it upscales it to 4K. So when I drop anything from my 4K screen to the other screen, it doesn't downscale it to 1080p.
Oh, I got you.
So I can just drag and drop, and it'll stay the same size from one screen to another. And plus, I use that for my After Effects. So when I work in After Effects, I'll use that external graphics card instead of me onboard graphics card.
Well, all that so you can use an Apple. See, if you
Let's stick with a PC.
See,
if you had a PC, you just had a graphics card inside.
Can you click on that PC that's up there? What does that have for the PC?
Desktop?
Yeah,
there's all your laptops. Yeah, this is all just components. So you can buy your fans and everything.
RGB.
All your RGB. Yeah. I'm trying to find the one I've got. Let me see if I can find the one I've got. Keyboard, streaming, productivity chairs, desktop components. Let's see whether it's in here. So I've got the other one. I've got the other model. I was trying to find that, and it doesn't seem to be showing it.
It's last year's model.
Yeah, it's last year's model, but it's still not cheap. It's like you say.
Anytime you go to get stuff like that, it's going to be
Core X eGPU. I've got the Core X at the minute. As you can see, that normally runs at 260 UK.
Yeah.
And like I say, they do. I've got a black one. So if I just show it, change. So that's the one.
So since you have a Apple, you got to go with a graphics card if you're wanting to do any kind of heavy graphic stuff.
Yeah. You can get away with the onboard, but like you say, it just burns it. It just kills it. It's like I say, this has got no USB or anything on it.
Right.
You just put a graphics card in and you connect it to a Thunderbolt, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it just slides in and slides out. There's a big, massive handle at the back of it. You slide it in and slide it out. You haven't got to unscrew anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like you said, that's the one I've actually just took the graphics card out now, and I'll be looking at replacing it with that other one. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Well,
and at the minute,
buying that graphics card is going to be up there, though.
I'll just take this graphics card out that I've already got, dabs, and put into the the other one with the chroma lighting and the USB.
Yeah. Well, down the road, you're going to want to put a new. I would want to put a
newer card.
What do you have? What kind of graphics card do you have now? Like that's in your.
It's just an MSI. Hold on, let me just have a look. I forgot to. I can never remember. I think it's a 580. It's got device manager. As you can see, I'm in Windows at the minute. So this is.
Hold on. All right.
There you are. I've got a Radeon RX 580 series.
Okay.
And that's me on board, Radeon Pro 560.
All right.
So that's my external, the one below. And like I say, it does what I want it to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not pushing to play games. You just wanted to just move it without it downgrading.
And like I say, if I go to my screen properties, as you can see, I'm in Windows 11 as well.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, look at you moved on up. I'm a hang back.
Windows 11 on an iMac.
On an iMac.
So as you can see, that's the actual. It scales it up to 3840 times 2160.
Nice.
Okay.
But my normal one, that is bigger. That's 4096 times 2304.
Okay.
So that's my normal main
And how big
screen.
is that monitor?
24 inch. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with I do it like they do at NAS or something. I've been watching Billions, and I'm watching them. Always got like 2 or 3.
Right.
Like I need to have like 3 around me, like something. I need.
Yeah.
Let's just get back to this now. So that, like I say, that's going to be my sort of next thing I was looking at doing. And like I say, at the minute, it is expensive.
Yeah.
They've got a bit of a sale on at the minute. I think they're doing it where they've actually. I'm just trying to.
Well, it was on sale. It was, but still €309.
Yeah.
Just for
no pounds.
Just for
that's pounds.
That's pounds. That's pounds. If we go to dollars.
Yeah. We looked up. Yeah, Eddie was nice enough to let us know what the conversion on that.
It's
413 US.
Yeah.
524 Canadian.
Yeah. So it's not cheap, and at full price, it's even more. So, like I say,
I can't be doing that kind of stuff. I ain't got that.
No.
I ain't got money like that.
Yeah, but
I'm not spending my money like that.
Right.
Yeah, but you'd buy a pinball machine, wouldn't you? If you could get one at that price.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I probably would if I could. Actually, I was playing pinball on. I've been playing it on my computer because I don't have the unit yet. I just don't. To be honest, here I would be so cramped with it right now. So I'm just gonna hold off and I've been playing pinball because I downloaded 2 different packs that had, I don't know, it's probably 400 gigs worth of pinball machines, and just playing them on my computer. Turn my computer like long ways, so it's on its side, and it looks like a table. More of that shape.
Yeah.
But I noticed a lot of the ones through Steam are instead of it being a longer table, they're squatter because they're designed for a monitor.
No, I see Roger's he runs 3 triple screens. I use 2, Rog, and like I say, that other screen that I do use, that's only a 1080p that I use, but because the graphics card is there, it upscales it to 4K.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
Look at I'm trying to save my money for that Hisense. Hey, to be honest, that Hisense 4K short throw actually was pretty. The later one
was 1800. I saw it out for.
It was more than that. More than the Hisense. If you get it with the screen, I want to
Hisense
say
1800 for a 65 inch.
Oh no, that's a regular TV. Now we're talking about
Yeah.
the short throw.
Okay. Oh, the short throw. Okay.
Projector ones. It's gonna be 100 to 120 inch. No, I'm holding off on that too because I get it and I can't use it. 100 inches is big, and Blue and I were talking about the other day that. All right, so I have an OLED 55 inch. I saw Costco had the 84 inch for $4,000 or 4,200, which is a lot. But a short throw projector on the low end is going to be $4,000.
I know.
On the low end, and it's going to go up from there. Yeah, I know. So for me, I'm almost to the point of maybe just getting an OLED TV, an 84 inch. That's pretty big too.
Yeah, but hold off on that. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm holding off on it too.
Hold off on it.
I'm holding off. We'll wait because hey, the longer I wait, the cheaper they get.
True.
That's it. I'm holding off like for the PS5.
Well, they're out. They've been having them for Christmas here. Everyone's rushing out getting them.
Still can't get them here.
I don't know about here. I know when I was watching the news this morning there in the U.S., it was everybody running and getting their PlayStations or Xboxes and
just flag that plane open to drop a pallet.
I am. I actually have a sign on top of my roof. You flash your lights as they're passing over.
You got a red X marked on the roof.
Yeah, I got a red X. I have my own DZ here. Also, I got a drop zone. Where everything goes and just ride on over and pick it up. Now
I'm just holding off on that because I know it's going to come down in price.
Yeah,
it's been out for a year now, isn't it? Well, it was a year. Was it
last year? It came out. Yeah.
Was it last week? It was a year old, or the week before?
Yeah, it's about right. It came out right before Christmas.
Yeah, there were a million memes about it too. Well, how about the girlfriends that were getting the box and calling their boyfriends up and saying, "Look what I got you." And the poor guy will run on in.
I just wish they'd bring out a black one. I'm not keen on the white one.
Yeah,
they know you into the dark, mate.
Look, that's how you probably get in trouble, Alvin.
I know. Hey.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah,
you know what I meant.
I know.
I just look at the fact that it's just going to get mighty dirty.
Yeah.
With the white console.
With the white,
Over time, it's gonna be looking rough.
I know a black one would probably share the dust more, but a black console would share the dust more, but it's just not going to show the other stuff, is it?
Probably not. I see Cody Apps has joined the show.
Yeah.
How you doing, guys? Good to see you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, I've been a busy boy.
So what you been up to? We haven't heard from you. Shoot, 6 months probably.
Oh well, I've been in the past 6 months. I'm a bit like you. I've changed my life really. I've moved house, which is a big one, and I've moved to the coast. So I'm currently sort of living next to the beach with my dogs and just having a bit of a blast by the coast.
Okay, cool.
So that's taken up a lot. I'm over by in Lincolnshire. So I'm out that way, and me and the missus and the dogs are loving it. The dogs are living the best life. So, but still we're keeping on top of everything else. But obviously, moving house, as you know, it just takes over your life. So I've been a bit out of circulation, but just starting to get back into the whole thing again. Missing every guys,
I'm just trying to pinpoint Lincolnshire now.
up on the east coast, mate.
I roughly know where it is. I roughly know where it is, Cody Apps.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing about even for me, for a month prior to me moving was a lot of prep and a lot of stuff to get ready. And to move. Most people, you don't realize how much crap you have, even when you don't have a lot of crap.
Yep.
It's to move, and the farther you move, the harder it is. So I feel your pain on that.
Yeah, we got through it. We're on the other side now, so we're just starting to really enjoy it. We're settled into the new place, and as I say, we're just looking forward to Christmas and just enjoying life at the moment. But as I said, work-wise, keeping on top of Cody Apps, APK time, it still goes on in the background. It never stops.
Good.
The grind,
That's right.
the grind goes on.
That's what I've got to say. A big thanks for that, actually, on Cody Apps. Putting the theme section in there, the skin section.
Oh, yeah, it does well. It's a very popular section for sure.
Yeah, it does well. It does well.
The site's still buzzing along. I try and keep it updated wherever I can. APK time's probably the biggest thing at the moment, obviously, with everything what went on with FireLinked. Obviously, nobody needed that aggravation, but obviously that's kicked things up with APK time. So that's taken a lot of keeping on top of it. I've just been keeping a lot of plates spinning as we do.
Yeah, but APK time's been going for a good bit now, hasn't it?
But keeping it updated though,
I try and do it. APK time gets updated every day. I try and do it every day.
Good grief, every day.
Well, it's just never stops, is it? Somebody's got to feed the line.
That's a lot. It's a lot of. I mean, I understand that's a lot of work to do it every single day, and that's just one of the things you got to stay on top of.
Yeah, as I say, I have a lot of plates to keep spinning, but I just keep. It's just a grind, isn't it? It's it's our hobby. We all have our little things that we like to, enjoy, and that's just my little thing. But trying to do that and keep on top and trying and be as out there as I like to get. It's been a bit difficult, obviously, with over the past few months with moving house. It does take up a lot of your time, obviously.
Do you still have the different colours for it, like black and? Did you have a purple and that?
Well, there are some mods out there. Obviously, I came very close to launching, as Dabs, I came very close to launching the APK time fork or mod without.
Because I thought I was waiting, and when it all broke up and that came down, that was aiming in that direction, but
I mean,
it wasn't super user friendly.
Well,
got to make it newbie friendly, I guess.
I think it wasn't. I think it wasn't very particularly user friendly. I think a lot of guys who were into FireLink were quite knowledgeable. They know what they're doing, obviously.
Yeah.
But the thing about that particular mod that's been built is it was totally independent of APK time domain name. So if you got your own web space and you got a domain name, you could host it. And you could point everything to that. So you've got a fully self-contained, independent APK time. You can do whatever you want. So you can have your own store, and it's not reliant. Obviously, when FireLink went down, for example, obviously they went for FireLink, but it takes everybody else down with it. So I had the idea with the mod to develop that and just make it totally independent. So if let's just say I went down, for instance, it wouldn't affect anybody else, and so you could have, everybody could have a store, and there are some guys who've done exactly that. The software's out there, but I'll be quite frank. I mean, what stopped me launching it, and it's still sat there. I could launch it at any time. It's just obviously it would just get me out there a lot more than I would probably want to. I'm a pretty big brand in itself, but I seem to have gone under the radar a little bit, touch wood. But I think just launching that would probably put me out there a little bit more than I'd probably really want to. But that's not to say I won't, and that's not to say it might still come out under a different guise. But as I say, now I'm back, I'm probably going to look at it again and decide exactly what I want to do. I think there's still people out there who'd like to be using their own store, but they're independent store, not reliant on another domain name. You're quite right. It's not particularly user friendly.
You have to actually go in. You've got to, I mean, if someone made an add-on, if people made an add-on or a playlist, you could figure this out. But it's not rocket science. I mean, if you've done playlists and you create an add-on, you're like, oh, I've done that. Understand how that works. To create your own, and it's its own APK, and you would have your own. Look at a different website. it's not hard, but I was just, when we first talked about it, I thought it was going to be like a plug this, make it real and easy GUI for people. And I think that a lot of people
there is. There is. Obviously, I've had somebody develop that GUI, and
I had seen that.
and it's a bit more advanced than when you last saw it, and it's ready to be launched. But as I say, I'm just a little bit wary. But now I'm looking at it again. So I'm not saying no, but at the same time, if I do it, if I do get it out there, then it's going to be like the old, 8-headed Hydra, isn't it? There's no way that, quite literally there could be 1,000 stores out there tomorrow, and they're fully independent of each other, which is good and bad in its own way, because it might mean that people who like, I think the simplicity of filing and those types of programs was
all of them.
You could have 20 different stores under one umbrella. Well, doing it this way, you might end up having like 20 APKs, which is so not ideal, but it could still work. I'm still throwing it around in the back of my head, but I haven't quite decided what's best to do with it. But
I'd struggle. I would struggle because I'm just a novice when it comes to gens and add-ons and.
Well, it's not even that. It's a GUI. It's just a web page. You know how to use a web space, and you know how to put a domain name to it.
I'm joking. Yeah. I'm having a joke.
It'd be quite straightforward for a lot of people, to be fair. As I say, if I do launch,
you would just have to. The biggest thing, you'd have to have the support. You'd have to have enough people that understood it to because you couldn't be the only one answering questions.
No,
so that
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I could see releasing it wouldn't be a problem, but the you'd have to have some type of support group that could answer the simple questions, or bug, simple where someone didn't put a URL in, That's the only thing I would think, because if not, they'd be hammering you with all kinds of.
Yeah,
this ain't working.
The guys. Well, I'm not going to mention the guys behind it made it quite user friendly, and they would probably just take a few YouTube videos. If only we knew a few YouTubers who'd do something and showcase that.
DJ's my
Hey, I don't mind. I'd showcase anything. I would, flipping out. But no, all it takes is there to be like you say, an instruction PDF or text document inside, just a step-to-step guide for people to actually follow. I would say, and Cody Apps, I would say that I think probably would work, and
it probably would, and a few YouTube videos out there with some tutorials. So as I say, I'm back. I'm getting back into it a little bit more, so expect more updates, more appearances, and we'll see if that mod comes out. I think I get asked about it a lot, and I know there's people who are still champing about it. Since obviously filing went down, the APK time has just got bigger and bigger, and I think if I can offset some of that load, and there's plenty of guys out there who are running good stores, and if they want to run that, then that's only going to take the load off me as well, so, but it's got to be done properly, and I still haven't quite decided what's best. I've got to look after myself first and foremost.
Definitely.
Charles, thanks for joining the show, bud.
What
up?
What's
I'm
up,
just learning,
Charles?
I'm just learning.
Learning. We're all learning. We just all learn at different levels. But we're all learning. Right. So that'd be interesting to have your own little store. It would be helpful to people, and it goes back to the idea of like when everyone had a gen, and some people badmouth so many gens. They're like, there's so many that's the same. But the thing is that if there's 10 add-ons, it's easy to shut down 10. If you got 10,000, well, it's hard to shut down 10,000 if everyone's got their own little one, because they make it and it's for them and their family, their friends. Same thing with if someone had a modified APK time, could be just for them and their family. They ain't got to worry about other people, and
that's the idea behind it. Make it independent, share it out, and as I say, there are a few modded APK times out there. You mentioned the blue and red ones; they're still out there. People are still using that. They're still active. They're still live, but they're reliant on predominantly my stuff for want of a better
I
word.
thought they were actually yours, actually.
Well, they are one of the guys who helps out in my Telegram groups. He put them together, but it's always been APK Time and Cody Apps has always been. Obviously I steer the ship, but there is a collaboration. A lot of people contributed in so many ways. I mean, yourself, you're a contributor. Anybody who produces content and tells me about it, they're involved with it. So it's always been a collaboration. But those particular ones, they are still out there. To be honest with you, I don't really know where they are at this moment in time, but they are out there.
Well, I have to put my hands up. I haven't actually used APK Time for a long while, Cody Apps.
Well, thanks for saving my bandwidth.
It's just that I don't really use APKs anymore. And I think the only thing that I used to sort of like grab was it the Max Player Pro? Off it.
I can't remember that one myself.
MX Player Flow.
MX Player.
MX Player Pro.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one, ES File Explorer, because there used to be a modded version on there, and the modded version was a lot better than the original version.
I've still got the modded version, the original modded version on there, mate. So I kept that one. I know it's good.
Yeah.
And I think that was version something like 13.4 or something like. I'm going off the top of my head. And like you say, that was great because it was different color as well, and you could actually sort of like locate and scroll around the screen a lot better. You could actually see what you was actually on. You know what I mean? But when it highlighted something,
the highlighted color was more.
Yeah,
it's still going. I think it's still on APK Time under Essentials somewhere.
And it got custom file icons. Everything was all customized, and it just stood out a lot more. I just stopped using it when it actually got kicked off. Was it the Play Store? It got kicked off because they were like got malware in it.
No, it's still going under a different. It's still going ES File. Well, under a different name now, but effectively, yeah.
Yeah, I just stopped using it then.
Yeah, I think everybody's past that. Nobody needs to use ES File Explorer much anymore. I think phones and devices have come on leaps and bounds, haven't they?
Well, it's like me. I just go straight to it from my computer. I do over my network.
Yeah.
And I'll download an APK onto my computer and just send it over my network straight to my box.
Well, a lot of people out there we've talked to, and obviously I've been listening to your Black Friday stuff today, and people sort of they're spending money left, right, and centre. And I like people to save money, and it's like to be honest with you, there's a few simple APKs out there. The Terrarium folks are still going strong. Real to Brid, you talk about Real to Brid every week. Obviously, that's still as cheap as ever. You never see it in a sale, Real to Brid, incidentally.
No, they don't need to.
They don't need to because it's so bloody cheap to start with.
Exactly.
Premiumize are trying to catch up with their sale on there, and anybody who's thinking of that, just compare that to the Brid. So all you need is a few simple APKs, and such as Cyberflix, I'd probably recommend at the moment if you want to use an APK. If you're using Cody, hey, I can't get off Shadow. I still love Shadow. And you got Real to Brid for Real to Brid. Don't need a sale. I'm a bit anti-sale, to be honest with you. If you can make it cheap, if you can make it cheaper today, why couldn't you make it cheaper yesterday? But I've got Amazon. I've got these Amazon Alexa things. I'm using them as doorstops. I've got that bloody many of them.
It's like say, go back to what Todd was saying about Gen add-ons. If you look at, let's say, your top 10 Cody apps, a lot of them are shadow based.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love me Real to Brid with Shadow. That's all I need. That and Ace streams, but that's another story. Yeah.
Oh lordy, you got the A streams, which is not a bad thing as long as you got a VPN. It runs just fine.
No, well, even then, I won't worry too much. Do we know anybody who's been had a letter for using A streams? Nope.
Not that I know, but you always see posts about it, and I can see where it could be possibly. You open yourself up. I can see where you've opened. There's other options. There's other options. I just go other ways. It used to be A streams was the only thing for live. Remember back years ago.
Yep.
use it for live streams all the time. But,
if you don't mind Russian or Spanish, you're laughing.
Yeah. Hey, Charles, you spend any money today?
No, just grocery shopping.
Oh, that'll get you.
Yeah,
that'll get you for a bunch of money nowadays.
Yeah, you know what? I found out years ago. All you had to do was wait 2 or 3 weeks later, and the prices will be cheaper than they are today anyway.
Yes,
I hope
true.
so. I hope so.
I tend to recommend. One of my setups I use. I'm a big fan of Chromecast. You got a Chromecast stick. It's quite similar to the Fire Stick. Not everybody knows how to get the full maximum benefit out of a Chrome stick, but everybody seems to have a nice phone. If I checked everybody on the panel or even on the site on the guests here, I bet every one of us in this room has got a nice phone. I run everything from my phone. I've got Real Debrid. If I've got Cyberflex or the Real Debrid add-on on there, I run everything from there and just cast it straight to any screen I fancy. Easy as anything. You don't even need to buy a box, do you? Those Chromes.
I'd rather have a box. I
enough.
hate looking at my phone.
I use an iPhone, so
Cast it.
mine's not an Android phone, so can still cast it, but nah. Yeah. My phone is a phone.
Right.
That's it. That's all it's used for.
Come on, get into the future,
mine's a mini computer.
I'm in the future. I'm in the future. I got an NVIDIA Shield sitting there, so I just let that all do it.
Use it, The only thing I use my Shield, my phone for is maybe to control my Shield if I needed to.
I got an iPad sitting in my spare room that I haven't used for a year and a half.
There you go. That's what people are doing. People are on the phone. I mean, everybody has a different way of doing it, obviously. But that's my personal favorite. Or if I'm using Cody, but like you say, I'll use my phone as a remote control for my Shield these days, even better than standard remote. I love doing that. But Chromecast and a phone to keep it simple, save you money. If you want to do it cheap, honestly, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, true. If you're gonna, Chromecast and some TVs have it built in.
Well, exactly, but it's just all about if you're about saving money, don't go out spending your money today. Look at what you've got.
I always can use some more. I didn't buy a pinball machine today though.
I'd love a pinball machine. I've been looking at them virtual ones, but they're about half.
That's not that
bad. $3,000.
I had one for 5 days before I took it back before I moved.
I didn't buy my Razer Chroma X.
Not the X. So now I'm just playing my pinball on my computer. Which is fine.
Well, I love a real one. They're like £5,000.
Oh, at least.
So I looked at them virtual ones from my man cave, but they're like even they're not cheap though, are they?
No, it's gonna be $1,000.
And then they come in different sizes as well.
That £5,000 is probably a spares or repair one.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People don't understand pinball machines. A real pinball machine, you think, nobody cares about those. Those things, they're like antiques. Start at the $4,000 or $5,000 unless you get one that's broken and try to get something fixed on it. It's going to cost you on the leg. So I was watching it was in North Carolina or in Tennessee. We had the pinball museum. They were talked about how many hundreds of pinball machines that they had there. And during COVID, they went belly up and they had to sell all their pinball machines. And they were like, well, this one will go for $1,000. This will go for $2,000. They said the lowest one went for almost $6,000. The cheapest one, $6,000, and they went up from there. And they were talking $70,000 and $80,000 for some of those pinball machines, some of the fancy ones. And I'm like,
and they still had to go out of business.
They were already under. So selling it, at least they started kind of to break even from selling. But the pinball machine is not.
That hurts.
It's not cheap. That's why the virtual is. It's about the only way you're going to do it if you want to do it. Because
but it's still a major outlay. I've not seen one. I've not seen one on a Black Friday. Put it that way.
No, they don't have to. Sam's Club in the U.S. has it on sale for $700. So $700 US, you can get it at Sam's Club right now. So
that's a virtual. But what size is that? Because they come in quite different sizes, don't they?
This one is it's it's 75% the size of it. It does have a backboard. 75% of a full size one. So it's a little bit smaller screen. I want to say it's 42 inch play surface, 42 inches.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Backboard. I had one. I had it at my apartment when it was. Charles saw it. Charles actually helped me bring it upstairs. I mean, it was not a little thing. It wasn't a little toy. Wouldn't you say, Charles?
Yeah.
I mean,
is that one you took back?
Yeah. I mean, because I had to have him when I took it back. He had to go with me to pick the damn thing up because I had the backboard off of it. And just the full size, it was 43 or 44 inches long. So we had to get it up out of the thing, and it was pretty stout. And those are the arcade one up. Not arcade one up. The LR Arcade Legends Pinball. Arcade Legends. Those are the ones. And I bet you in the UK that's going to run you about 1,000, I would guess.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Because you got to get it there. So even though your currency is a better value, getting it there, the shipping would cost you. But I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one because the thing about it, you can swap out. There's 22 tables that come with it. And then you can pay for another 100 up to another 110, as well as hooking a PC to it and running the PC as your full pinball table. So it's pretty cool. Hey, I forgot to mention there was before I mentioned your thing. We were talking about this. This was another thing that some people control their torrents and their downloads. They control it from their phone. NZB360 was $10 for lifetime on that. So if you're a person that has to have it, and again, I don't have any of these, but I know people that could find them useful. $10, so it's half price for this program today. Black is a free option. It's a client that runs your sonar, your radar, and all that kind of stuff. And Luna C was another one. Another that can control your downloads with your LiDAR, radar, sonar, NZB, SAB, NCBD, NCB Get, all of those. It can control all those things for you from your phone. Those are free options. So folks and then we're going to talk about video games. One last thing before we move from video games. This system, I don't know if you guys, have you heard of this Polymega? You ever heard of that? Any of you guys?
No.
It's a legitimate system that you can buy these extra parts, and you can actually play your Nintendo, your Super Nintendo, your PlayStation, your Genesis, Sega. Like you got your MD, that'd be the Master Drive Gen Set 32. You can run all of them from the thing. So I'm not talking about emulation. I'm talking the actual
cartridges
or the cartridges. Yeah, they've got the licensing, and I'm like, what a great idea. All of it's built in. I'm thinking, well, that's going to be all the ports would be different. Depends on what kind of cartridge or stuff. But look at this price.
I know.
Yeah, but look at the price.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
$650. $650. But I thought I was like, that's pretty neat.
I can see it for like with those gamers that sit and collect all of those cartridges and discs. For them to be able to play it all on one box, I could see. But I would never spend that kind of money on that.
Yeah. Well, when you can just like use MAME or something like that,
right? That's what I'm saying. I'm happy
on an Android box, easy peasy.
Yep. Yeah. What was interesting, this front piece, I don't know if I got a screen. You see this piece right here? This right where the controller is? It plugs that. It's like a slide out piece, and you can see it. So it connects if you're going to play Nintendo games, you plug this piece into it to be able to put your cartridges in it. Then it says that you can rip the games to its internal hard drive, so that you wouldn't have to use the disc or the cartridges, as you can save it. And then I thought to myself, wouldn't that just still be emulation?
Yep.
I mean, but it's one of the features is it will let you rip your own games to its hard drive. But
Trust me, guys, they're all out there for free anyway. Don't waste your money on that. Rubbish.
Yeah, it's high. But I'd never heard of this unit till today. I just happened to come across it.
So
Interesting.
Consigned to the annals of history, that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a neat idea.
Yep.
Yeah, each of those little plugs into it, and so you can see it's got the different controllers depending on which system. And then you got to have the cartridge. Like,
what I wonder if you have to blow in it. I wonder if you have to blow in it. You know,
that always made it work better.
No.
That's a
yeah. So that's a. Yes, that's a emulation. You can do Raspberry Pi or even off of any of your Android boxes or devices can run emulation. So, yeah, I come across. I was like, that's interesting. I've never seen that. See if it it might be something to buy and become a collectible. But the problem with that is I'm at an age where I'm never going to be able to reap the benefits of that money.
Right. That's right.
You remember when you're 12 and you had something?
Yeah.
You can live long enough to get your money back out. I don't know if I can get my money back out of it now.
I could see if if you had a crap load of money and you were at a garage sale and someone was selling all of their games because they didn't have any consoles for it to work with and then you have one device to play everything on, but even still I think it's like a waste of space.
Yeah. Well, and they legitimately got the licenses on it too, because if you read it says that was one of the reasons the Nintendo was kind of slow. They were having to mess with Nintendo to get the licensing to be able to play.
Yeah, and then Nintendo said, "Hey, wait a second. Everyone else is using emulators anyhow. Let's
money.
Let's go for it, right?" Okay.
Look at this.
Going back to some of this other stuff.
Yeah. What
else did we have? We were the Odysee.
No, that's just I have those just in there.
Okay.
I just have those. I make those so if someone asks me, I can pop that up.
Okay.
So that's why I keep all those.
Okay.
So yeah, we did all the drives. So yeah, we covered it. We covered all the items. So I don't really think that this year's Black Friday. I guess I bought a few things last year, but this year, nothing.
Yeah, I think it's because since they're having such a hard time getting stuff in, I that's why I don't think, because there's nothing in the stores. A lot of them aren't getting any of their stuff.
Yeah, well, they're getting stuff. It's just not maybe the certain items that you want, like that external hard drive.
Yeah.
But
that's just a draw. They sit there and say, "Oh, okay, 14 tera. We'll draw you in at $200, and we're not going to have the 14 here, and so you're going to have to get the 16 or 18 for the 3. So this way they're making $100 on 2 tera. You know what I mean? It's not right.
Yeah. Hard drives cost a lot of money nowadays. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's too much.
Yeah, to be fair, I think everything costs a bit too much money these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot. I don't really see any. I see Roger talk about a Nuke, which is basically a mini PC. I have a Raspberry Pi. You can get those pretty cheap. If you depend on what you're emulating, you can get a Raspberry Pi. You can go with an older version Raspberry Pi. The only issue you're going to run into is trying to run GameCube, Nintendo 64, or PlayStation Portable. If you're trying to play anything like lower than that, then it's not a problem. So
most modern Android boxes play all this run game and all that stuff anyway, don't they? So you can get everything.
The low end
free.
Let's see. Yeah, it can't emulate No, you can't do Wii U or Nintendo Switch. Yeah. All right, we're gonna roll. We'll go to the after show because we're almost at 2 hours, so don't want to be hanging too long. Plus, Albin likes to have the after show where he dances and takes his shirt off.
Look forward to that.
No, Charles already started. You know.
Yeah. So all right, so let's get ready. Cody Apps, anything that you want to say or bring up or mention before we go to the after show?
No, as always, I just like to thank everybody who contributes to all the channels, on the Telegrams, the Facebooks, and the community in general. Everybody who answers the questions, helping the community. So it's without them, we would feel like we wanted to do the things that we do. So big thanks to everybody involved there.
True that. Mr. Charles, anything you want to say before we go?
Nope.
He's waiting for the after show because that's where he starts dancing too. Him and Albin both start breaking it down.
Yep.
Sure.
Little Dougie Fresh, Dougie Fresh going on. DJ, anything you want to say before we go?
No, just thanks for everybody that sort of watches the show, and thanks to the panel, and thanks for letting me jump on, Todd. And like you say, and thanks for everybody that contributes out there in the community and puts stuff out there for people to actually use.
Yep. Exactly. I agree. Corey, I will be posting it. It's already. I take that back. It's already in
it earlier.
The Streaming Matters. It's in the Streaming Matters room, and I guess we can post it over. Throw it over here, Albin. Or no, wait, you can't.
No, you
I can.
I
can.
Okay.
Post it. Yeah, post it over here.
I'll grab it and I'll post it.
Yeah. All right, Albin. Anything you want to say before we roll?
Hey, Cody Apps and I don't even know. I figured I'd still be stuffing my face because I'm still gonna continue stuffing my face tonight. And I got a bird I need to finish by tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't even think that there was anything. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
I was trying to grab upcoming.
I've just posted it in the.
Thank you, DJ.
In the chat. Is that a bit of chicken you got stuck in your beard there, Robin?
What was that?
Was that a bit of chicken you got stuck? You got stuck in your beard there?
No. That has to wait for later. When you get the little scraps of stuff.
Afters we call it.
The afters, right? Absolutely.
Hey. No fight. I don't see no fight. There may be some other, but I don't see the big. Aldo and Font will be fighting December 4th. So.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the next fight. I think they're putting some space distance between these fights right
and
now.
that's a fight night thing. So main card starts at 10. So we got that. And a movie for this coming week is Venom. Let There Be Carnage?
Yes, let there be carnage on Wednesday. And maybe tomorrow I'll put out our new list for the following week. This way, because there's a lot of stuff out there, but I don't know how any of it is. So, if any Beatle fans out there, don't forget that, that Beatles one came out, that 3 or 4 part movie documentary. Peter Jackson. That came out. But there's a bunch of stuff out there. I want to actually thank Cody Apps for having all the movies up on his list there too of the new releases.
Oh, you follow that? That's good. That's
I follow it. Yeah, I follow it too. Yeah,
and that's one of the benefits. Cody Apps has a Telegram group as well as following him on Twitter, or if you go to the website, he's in a lot of different ways of broadcasting. Like Albin said, you can actually get when a new movie comes out, you'll see what's not that he has it, but it's like this got released and tells you what kind of version, and you find out, boom, hey, the high quality of this is out if you're wanting to watch it. Or
it's all on the Cody Apps app as well for that stuff as well. If you get that on Android,
and that's on the Android. Get that from the website too. Works real well. Links into Tracked. So if you're,
it all still works. Unbelievably,
DJ, thank you.
It's still going.
Yeah, because I actually used it to edit because it was saying that I had not watched some episodes. I'm like, I know I watched those episodes. So I went on with the Cody Apps thing, went into my thing, and then said, no, I watched those episodes into Tracked, and then it uploaded it and then fixed it on my Shield.
Cool.
So
Okay,
it's
cool.
a great little tool to have. So you guys check that out. Thanks to everyone coming on. Cody Apps, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. DJ, coming and hanging out, letting us know some stuff. Charles, thanks for hanging with me, and nice to see you again. I haven't seen you since Wednesday,
yeah.
but that's all right. We're gonna go to do the after show. People can jump in, but it's limited to 10. Or do you want to? Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll just go with this.
Yeah, we're going with this.
With this, 10 people.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week. Venom, Let There Be Carnage is our movie Wednesday. And glad that everyone had a good
Putting
Thanksgiving.
it in the streaming matters room also. In case if when we hang up, it's there in the streaming matters room for you guys too.
Okay. So what we'll do is take this off the air, and we'll just go to a live chat with whoever jumps in the chat, talking shit and having a good time. And we'll see you guys on the next one, because streaming matters to us, because streaming matters to you. See y'all.